It's just different.
Yeah. Fuck it, I'm stuck in my ways. Paper is all we about, nigga. All that beefing for the lame dudes. They just be running their mouth, nigga. Had me call up Brook and Rumble. Had them grimy niggas run up in your house, nigga. Cannon all up in your mouth. Ugh. Rick James on your couch. Whoa. Cheddar bang with the cloud. Oh, Barry Blue with the account. Oh, only losers talking down, but looking up to me when I come around. That's why I got the crown. These dudes ain't ill, rapping they frail, nigga. That shit I can't feel like in the skill. I'm sleeping on rappers like Bill after the pill, yeah. Fuck is on your mind, boy. Came back to put you niggas back in line, boy. Get a good looking niggas on your side, boy. Oh, bitch, niggas, whole click a bunch of tomboys. God, Staten Island, yeah, it's mine, boy. I ain't trying, I just do it on the side, spit a guy. How y'all in the booth all day and still playing catch up? You ain't even got a job. Defeat these niggas in my leisure. Beastin', rest in peace when I'm on that feature. Beastin', he's rapping, the Mac, I let feed him. Niggas G'ing him if they saying they seeing him. See me and my niggas one of a kind. Probably why everybody be so mad at us all the time. I ain't aiming at nothing, I'm just detonating the bomb. It's a brand new line since we messing with niggas' minds.
Fuck around and have a Billy in a Pico. Just a Rego for a grip. Leave a nigga stitch on the lead low. To me, you niggas is fruit of the loom. They keep it brief though. We on leave a nigga reformed. I ain't meek though. See all of my niggas riding in the streets though. None of us ain't doing Willie. Start up on you like a hilly. I'm up in the semi, no bluff. It'll lift a nigga up. Try to tell the niggas that I be the one with the wave. Got a little shorty with the pose. In the stage, all my niggas black and with the white. A bunch of renegades. You ain't with the action on my life. You niggas just a rage. You ain't gotta act them with the shits, nigga. Messing with the flow, cause about how I flip, niggas. Stepping up the medication, get a dish, nigga. Barry with the bat, just hit me when you need a hit, nigga. Known fact, I'ma knock it out the park. CVS is lighting up the dark, you don't wanna see the spark. Pop a nigga, let us see the twirl. You can have the Allen, nigga, I'ma need the word. Known fact, I'ma knock it out the park. CVS is lighting up the dark, you don't wanna see the spark. Still gon' do it, give a fuck about who do it first. You can have the Allen, I'ma need the universe.
I create the way. These niggas riding around it. I create the way. These niggas riding around it. I create the way. These niggas riding around it. I create the way. These niggas riding around it. Yeah. Fuck it, I'm stuck in my ways. Paper is all we about, nigga. All that beefing for the lame dudes. They just be running their mouth, nigga.
Me and my niggas one of a kind. Greatest of all time. I create the wave. These niggas riding around it.
Boom shakalaka, we live. Word up. Man. Who run the city? T-Top, Big Fair, Breezy. You already know the deal. You know what I mean? Back for another week. You heard. Shout out to my guy Fraz Traz in the building. You already know the vibery. Team Nixon on arrival. You already know how we do. You know what I mean? Yeah, so pretty good week. Pretty good week, man. Pretty good week.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, man, shout out our intro song. I think we might have one of the most hottest songs out here, man. But continue, man. We got one of the hottest intro songs out here, bro.
That's facts. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Fluke, you know what I mean? And my guy, Pretty Boy Green, you feel me? But yeah, I gotta start putting a link in the comments too. I gotta start doing that. But yeah, man. Yeah, good week for both teams, man. Good week. I don't know how you want to start it, but
go ahead, start it. You know what I'm saying? You know me, man. I'm rowdy over here, so you know I just got up, so I'm just chilling right now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I bet. So you know the Knicks on the 3-game winning streak. We beat we beat the Clippers, the Kings, and the Mavericks. Mm-hmm. All of them considerable digit wins. I think we beat the Clippers by like 15. We beat the Kings by 20, and we beat the Mavericks by 30. You feel me? Like I said on Nixon, yeah. Like I said on Nixon ish. This is not a surprise. It's just because we've been like putting double-digit leads on teams. You know, just figuring out how to keep those leads and you know, close out games, and it seemed like we turned the corner on that aspect. I like to say a lot of that has to do with us playing the younger kids, something that me and a whole bunch of the Knicks faithful have been speaking about. You know, just playing the kids, and I think that tempo that they play with help us keep the lead. You know, get well soon, Cam Reddish. He's out for the rest of the season. But he was a part of that. I think Deuce McBride is a big part of that, even though he's not scoring the way that we expect him to, but his defense is tremendous, man. Like he's playing really good defense, and he's playing good defense on good players. You feel me? He frustrated that Brunson kid. You feel me? Like, a lot of good things was being said about him. A lot of Knicks fans wanted him to be a part of their team.
Yeah.
To answer your question, Taji, is because the Knicks got a game tonight, and
right.
since we doing it from home now, we just try to stay out of the way of the games. Whether it's a Knicks or net game, if they got a game around the time we be on, we gonna, you feel me? Get out the way of the game. But like I was saying, like I was saying, a lot of Knicks fans were saying very good things about the Brunson kid. They wanted us to trade for him, but it was good to see Deuce put some good defense on him. You feel me? Like, and slow him down. Like, he didn't have a good game at all. Luka do what he do, but nobody else got to do what they do. You feel me? Like, that's why we beat him by 30. But yeah, the Kings game, Julius Randle went ape shit. Put a 46 piece on the Kings. He was beating Sabonis' ass so bad, Sabonis got himself kicked out the game on purpose. Sabonis ain't even built like that to be running up on reps. That's not him. You feel me? He don't do that. He saw Julius Randle score 38. He said, "Nah, I need to go to the locker room, son. I don't want no more of this. I'm throwing in the towel." Word. But the Clippers are a pretty decent team as well, and we beat them by 15. I mean, but all in all, good week for the Knicks, man.
Yeah. Shit. Hopefully it ain't too little, too late. I mean, I put a lot of that on Tommy T. I look at him like he used the players as a scapegoat when he say things like 20, 30, 40 games. You are who you are. That type of attitude. I heard a quote, something like that. But I said that to say, if you see all of those games passing and it's not working, and now you play these young guys and it is working, how much are you going to put it out on the players? You know what I'm saying? Maybe all you had to do from the front, from the jump, was switch the rotation. I think this is the furthest from grace I've seen a coach of the year fall from year to year. So.
Yeah, but also, it is his fault, you feel me? Because it's proven everything that the fans been saying was right. You feel me? We've been saying play the kids, you feel me? And another crucial thing is RJ Barrett is, especially in the starting lineup, bringing up the ball more. He's taking the ball out of both Alec Burks and Julius Randle's hands a lot of the time. And it's smart because, even though I don't want RJ Barrett to, bring up the ball all the time, but JJ Jackson in the building, you heard.
What's up, JJ?
Even though I don't want RJ Barrett to bring up the ball all the time, but for them to split the point guard duties between the three of them, Alec Burks, Julius Randle, and RJ Barrett, it's smart to me because I think they can do it a little bit. I just don't think they could do it for a sustainable for the whole game. But splitting it up, the duty between them, and give them times where they're just solely looking for their offense and not worrying about running the team. And that's been helping. And also the part that he's playing the kids down the stretch. You feel me? Like playing the kids down the stretch. What game it was? In the Kings game, we had a moment where it started to look like, they was going to come back after we had them down like 20-something. And Coach Tommy T called the timeout. Very next play, he sent Julius Randle to the basket. And this is what I be talking about, bro. Like, we didn't shoot well against Dallas. We didn't shoot well from three at all against Dallas. But we dominated in the paint, continually going to the basket and continually going to the foul line. This is stuff that I've been crying for all season. Instead of these guys fucking, chucking up a whole bunch of three-pointers. No, go to the rack. And that's everybody's strong suit. That's where RJ Barrett's strong at. That's where Julius Randle's strong at that. So Alec Burks could even get to the basket too. Like, and another thing too, I got to give a shout out to was part of the turnaround. Immanuel quickly finding his game again. You feel me? and being more worried about attacking and scoring than he is facilitating. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I think quickly lost his offensive edge because he was worried about trying to run the offense, and that was his primary focus. But now he's more focused on I'm out here to get buckets, and everything else will fall where they may. And ever since he got more aggressive offensively, you see his assist totals going up as well. You know, he found his jump shot again. Overall, it's been a good week, man. I can't wait till this game tonight. I think we're gonna win.
Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna play the Grizzlies, right? Yeah, I see, but you know, I hear that, and I think I contributed to some of the stuff I said. Like, you know, I won't say overusage of Randle, but when you look at the season leaders, and he's the leading category for points, rebounds, and assists, it's like, okay, like you said, y'all now playing the young guys. Excuse me, and basically, it's like Tibbs get players in the prime of their career and run them down. And that's dangerous, especially if y'all a team that's supposed to look to build. You know, like the pressure is different for us. We trying to win now, right? But if you got your veterans, you know, and I ain't gonna say Randle having a bad year. I say he went on some droughts, but adding to my point prior, he's just doing on the stat sheet. Look like he's doing like you not getting enough from the other guys. He's like doing it all. And now you saying that, you know, Cam Reddish was big coming to the team. And it's like, damn, how many games did he play before he got injured? You feel what I'm saying? Like the season not even over and he came in the latter part of the season. And I don't know how he could have avoided that injury. Is it true that Cam Reddish is a injury prone player?
Bro, that's one of those things that happens. He went up for a block and fell right on his shoulder. You feel me? Like he got his legs got clipped. It's not like he was running up the court and it's like, I pulled the muscle or something like that. Nah, like that's an impact injury.
He was competing.
Yeah, that's an impact injury. You can't do nothing about that. But hold on, before we go any further, I see we got a few people watching us on Facebook. There's more people watching us on other platforms, and there's no likes. There's no likes.
If you like, hit the like button, man. Hold on, let me wake up, man.
Let me wake up, man. There's no likes. You feel me? Like, see, y'all got to change that, man. We got Barry watching us on the YouTube. We got JJ Jackson watching us on the YouTube. Hit that like button. We got a few people watching us on Facebook. Hit that like button, man. We here. Man.
I mean, if you like something, you know what I'm saying? I imagine y'all like it. That's why y'all watching. If you like something, hit that like button. That's why I always say that. For real. Sure. But
back to Cam. That was an impact injury. You feel me? You can't really do nothing about that. He was competing. He went up for the block. Got the block, though. Let's not forget that. But and fell on his shoulder. It is what it is, right? But I know next year, just seeing what I saw from this year, him playing with RJ, let's see what we do at the point guard situation coming in the offseason. He going to be a problem, man. He going to be a problem. His game is just too smooth. I don't understand why they didn't give him more minutes in Atlanta. Because he got played PTs on PT in Atlanta, not as much as he wanted. But he was getting
you know what it is, man. They wing heavy over there, man. They got more wings than a barbecue in July barbecue, man.
Bro, you can't tell me Herder is better than Cam Reddish, bro. You can't tell me that. I watch Herder's game.
I'm not saying that. I'm not. But then again, it becomes not sometimes about the better player, but the system fit, like how they fit in the system. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know, it's bad that, you know, Reddish, he came there late and he didn't even get playing time immediately. And then it's like, you know, it's my whole thing with the Knicks with Tommy T is it too little too late. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how we looking at it now. That's our mindset. Remember, we in 8th seed now. And so we looking at it like, is it too little too late as well? That's why I asked that. And I don't think it is for the Nets. I think we got a fighting chance. You know,
I mean, y'all 5 games behind the 6th seed. Y'all pretty much going to make the play-in because Charlotte is playing like shit. So is Atlanta, right? So I'm pretty much guaranteeing y'all make the play-in, especially with KD being
back. Said Charlotte and Atlanta playing like shit.
Yeah, they are. They play a real bad basketball.
Atlanta just lost their last 2, and Charlotte lost their last 2. So
so
y'all won y'all last 3.
So we 3.5 games behind Atlanta, right? And we play I think we play them again, if I'm not mistaken. Or they might be the only team that's ahead of us that we don't play. But anyway, I can't remember right now.
Y'all play the Hawks at the Garden on March 22nd.
We played them again. We played Charlotte again, I think, twice.
Y'all play the Hornets. That's a back-to-back situation, bro.
So
it's
not too little too late because we play these guys and they're playing bad and we're playing really good right now. So as long as we keep this momentum going, I don't expect us to win out, but I expect us to win quite a few games coming down the stretch. And I expect them to lose quite a few games because especially watching the Hawks play, they look demoralized. They look like this is not what we expected and we don't got the fight. You feel me? Like they're losing to bad teams. Like I lost money on the Hawks this year. Like I'm like, oh, they play Detroit. They gonna beat Detroit. Let me put my little $5 down.
And you know, y'all just want to say this because we gave a lot of criticism to the refs, and I think the rule change was specifically for players Trae Young and James Harden, right? Yeah. Their careers looking bad. I mean, not bad, but they aren't as an impact as they were because of the rules specifically. And we locked Harden ass down the other day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say him and Embiid were begging for calls. When you know, they said it was like an MVP showdown between KD and Embiid. And that's how I looked at it. And KD won it. Hands down, KD won that. Yo, talking heavy to him and all that. But my point is that free throws ain't going to win you the game all the time. You know what I'm saying? And if you rely on free throws to win you the game, like i.e. example, Trae Young in the Atlanta Hawks or James Harden in the Philadelphia 76ers, you're not going to win. You need 2-pointers. And I think we, on the same page or mingly the same lingly when we both want our teams respectfully to have more 2-pointers and 3-pointers. I just think the difference is we started the year like that, attacking the basket, and it was working for us. You guys went the other way and got Fournier and got Kemba. And, when I looked at the stat from last season to this season, that was the difference between y'all offense. Y'all had more 3-pointers coming into the season. And now that y'all, I guess, seeing it wasn't working, y'all went back to making more 2-pointers and 3-pointers. And then now finally, and that's what I'm saying, it's working, yes, but is it too little too late? You saying y'all got a chance, but you saying some games you expect to lose, what, like tonight?
No, I'm just saying just the natural order of things. I don't expect us to go, how many games is left? Like 17? I'm not expecting us to go 17-0, bro. Like, that's just what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying when you talk about the matchups, Grizzlies versus
I think we're going to win tonight. Absolutely, all day in America. I think we're going to win tonight. I think we're going to beat them by double digits, too. Watch what I'm telling you.
I hear you.
I want to see if Deuce can stay out of foul trouble against Ja Morant. I want to see that matchup. I mean, Ja Morant is a phenomenal talent, bro. Like, it's only so much you're going to be able to do with him. But I want to see that matchup, bro. Like, and I think being the fact that Ja Morant is not really a very good, like, he's a decent 3-point shooter. He's gotten better this year, but the fact that he's not like pronounced as a very good 3-point shooter, and the size that we have, these are the instances where I'd be like, I see what Tommy T is doing. You got a guy who loves to drive to the basket. The shortest guy that's going to be guarding him in the starting lineup is 6'6". Like, and he's 6'4". Like, he's going to have to go. Even though he can put people on the poster. We've seen that. You've seen him put people on the poster. He's scary.
I'm watching the game too. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to see him put somebody on the poster on the Knicks.
I bet you would. We seen him put people on a poster, you feel me? But I'm just saying it's gonna be difficult having to do that consistently over guys. Like the last game we played him, it wasn't him who beat us. It was everybody else. Like he had a bad game last time he played us.
We didn't know who Bane was, but then we seen him in the 3-point contest. Number 22. Yeah. I remember he was like 22. Who the hell was number 22? And then they was talking about how he had 22 points and he was number 22. I remember that. That's funny as hell. Yeah. But what about? I mean, I don't know, man. I'm listening, but
I contribute, to Morant's having a bad game last time because the size pause that we put on him. That was crazy. Pause.
Yeah, I'm not co-signing.
But you know, the players the players that I start in lineup are tall. You feel me? And having to shoot because he's usually going to the basket or shooting mid-range shots, right? So having guys that's 6'6" and like Alec Burke is the shortest guy. They saying RJ Barrett is like a legit 6'8" now. I saw a picture of him standing next to Jason Tatum, who's listed at 6'7". He's taller than him. So I think RJ Barrett might be legit 6'8" at this point. You got Burks that's 6'6". Fournier, even though he can't stay in front of nobody, he's 6'8". You got RJ Barrett at 6'8". You got Randall at 6'9", and you got Mitch at 7 feet. You feel me? Like it's a pretty decent size lineup. You feel me? Pause. But yeah, I think we win this game. I really think we win this game. And I'm just drawing it off the fact of the way that the team's been trending. If you look at the last 15 to 20 games, we've taken large leads against almost everybody, right?
Okay.
We've taken large leads against everybody. The problem was just keeping those leads. And we know I think last time we played them, we had a pretty decent lead against them, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, right?
Yeah, 3-7 in your last 10. You know what I mean? So that's got to be all recent.
Yeah, the last 3 wins is it's the last 3 games. You feel me? That's the 3. Yeah. So, but my whole point, before I digress, is the fact that in recent games, whether it be 15 or 20, I can't remember, we've taken large leads against almost everybody. We just couldn't hold those leads. And I think that we still going to do it. And I'm liking the defensive activity as well. You know, that's what was lacking the last time we played them. Defensive activity, running people off the 3-point line. That's how we beat the Mavericks. The Mavericks are a really good 3-point shooting team, you know, and we ran them off the 3-point line. Ran them straight off the 3-point line all game, and they couldn't do nothing with us. You heard?
Yeah. I mean, looking at your record, y'all got a better away record than a home record. You know, I always tease BJ Samuel because of that. Shout out to him. We got the Mecca vs. Barkley group. You know, we be in there. 15 and 19 away, and 13 and 19 at home. So this is a away game. So I mean, look like y'all got a better chance on the road at home. I mean, you know, like you said, y'all gonna win some games. This is one you can see yourself winning. You know, maybe y'all win a game, lose a game, and that's just how it is until the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all can win this game and then lose the game on Sunday to us. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we playing good basketball right now. You know what I mean? I'm really looking forward to competing, man. I'm looking forward to. Kyrie is not going to be there, and he's been big for us. He's been playing great. These last few games, man. He dropped a 50 piece the other day. So you know, this 2-game win streak, and they say that 2 games is not a win streak, it's just a couple of wins. So we gotta, for us to get a win streak, we gotta beat the Knicks. So we're definitely trying to go on a win streak. We only got a couple of wins. We need to go on a win streak to try to. I don't want to be comfortable looking for 7th. I want to get to 6 or better. I think it's possible with a win streak, but it has to start now. And so we got to play the Knicks. And I know, you know, we beat y'all twice. I know y'all going to compete, especially y'all being on a 3-game win streak. You know, I think when you win, it's a momentum shift too. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all lose tonight, I think we're going to beat y'all on Sunday. But maybe, I don't know, man. I'm confident though, man. That's what I was.
This on Sunday, bro. It's not happening. But before we get to that, you feel me? Before we get to that, let's talk about your game that y'all had last night. Yeah, I turned it off in the third quarter. Like,
hold on.
The third quarter. I was
like, yeah, turned it off in the third quarter.
This is clip. It's
Are
clip,
you not
bro.
entertained? Are you
It's
not
clip.
entertained?
Yo, listen, the only team that I watch like all the way through when there's a blowout, either way, is the Knicks. Every other team I don't care enough to watch a boring, because it's boring at that point once it's a blowout. Like,
to me, I enjoyed a lot of it because I felt like I needed to see us win a blowout game. I mean, a lot of games we won, it was close games a lot, and you know, I'm trying to keep a good heart. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Sometimes it's just I grab my chest like Sanford trying to see if we want to get the win. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, man, you know, to see we need dominated Philly, you know what I mean? But again, I'm backtracking to that game prior in Charlotte, you know, it's connected to the game in Boston where KD comment was, I could do this on my own. He had yelled that to somebody and whatnot. And then the next game, Kyrie came out and scored a 50 piece. And I think when Kyrie scored that, KD said, wow, I brought no dipping sauce for this 50 piece. Had to apologize to Kyrie Irving and say, yo, you my brother. You know, I shouldn't have said that. You know, I see that you got my back on this ship. It's a ship named Champion. It's a championship. And, you know, I'll never say that I could do this by myself, knowing you got my back. And, you know, I think that was a statement game for the Brooklyn Nets. And then once we won that game, we came in there with the momentum to beat Philly. And we did. We did exactly what we were supposed to do. I think Seth Curry is going to get more respect on the holidays. He might get an extra set of yams. And I'm saying, give my guy Seth Curry an extra set of cornbread. Set him a plate to the side. He get extra plates before he leave. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's going to be like that after we win a championship. And Seth Curry is going to be a big reason why, man. Like, he changes something about our offense because he's not turning the ball over, to keep it real with you. And we rotate the ball more without him and Harden. I'm comparing him and Harden in that last game to land the plane. We won the trade. We won the trade with that last game. You know, that to me solidified that we won the trade. We locked Harden down. He shot terrible, begging the refs for calls. Him and Embiid. Embiid, most of his points came from the free throw line. And I'm saying, we're that good now where you're not going to beat us on the free throw line. And there was a big disparity between the free throws we had and the free throws they had. They almost had double the free throws we had.
So, you know, I was watching the game, and B gets to the line against everybody. He was getting to the line against y'all real early.
It was disgusting.
But Drummond was kind of like couldn't do nothing with him. You feel me? Like, so he had no choice but to foul him. When y'all started locking him down, when y'all started sending all that help. At first, when y'all tried to leave him on the island against Embiid, he was getting work. You feel me?
He had 3 field goals, bro. Like, what was he doing for real? Like,
he was putting Drummond in bad situations where he was fouling. Like, some of them were fouls, bro. I'm not saying all of them are fouls, but some of them are fouls, bro. Like,
but my thing is, okay, for some of them are fouls, but because, and this is what KD said in the post game after we won, it's changed the momentum. The fact that they came down the floor looking for fouls, looking for us to foul them or get us in foul trouble, it changes the momentum. He was like, yo, they couldn't run with us. We just ran.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
And I was also going to talk about James Harden. Yeah, man, like, you know, I never really I was one of those people that say he disappeared when you know the lights are the brightest. You feel me? When he was on your team, I was saying that. Like,
yeah, he disappeared from Brooklyn.
He disappeared when the lights are the brightest. And last night was one of those games when the lights were the brightest. The whole NBA had their eyes on that game.
Yeah,
and that man went missing in action.
KD showed up. Yeah, KD showed up.
Yeah,
Kyrie showed up.
They did. You feel me? And I was just sitting there watching, like, yo, James Harden, like, what's up, bro? Like, you gonna play some basketball today? Like, what's happening? And it was almost at one point where it looked like he didn't even want the ball. Like, he just kept on trying to give Embiid the ball. And I'm just like, oh, he ain't got it tonight. He don't want no smoke. He don't want no smoke. He don't want no smoke. You feel me? He ain't wanted no smoke.
And to me, he ain't got no heart, bro. To add to that, they said he went to the chilling with a little baby after that.
I was about to get to there.
Bro,
like, yo, listen. In
a
game that magnitude, you feel me? And I played like absolute poop. And I left my co-star hanging because indeed he had 20. Well, he had 27 and like 12, right? Like that's a good game. If your co-star's having a 27 and 12 game, you should y'all shouldn't be getting blown out, especially when it's a player supposedly of your caliber on the same team. I don't care who y'all playing. Y'all should not be getting blown out. Him and Maxey disappeared. I think Maxey had 4 points. It's like crazy.
I did a vlog, you know, Nets at night, and I was saying we're gonna win this because all we gotta do is put the matchups. Bruce Brown wanted the matchup, wanted to compete versus Harden. Kyrie wanted to compete versus Harden. They didn't protect their home like they know that they better than us. They was timid. They were scared to me. They were timid. They played like we were just like we scored 40 points in the first quarter. Like we were clicking on all cylinders, bro. Like they had nothing for KD when Embiid was getting his points. KD was 5 for 5. He didn't even need the free throw line, but he was getting and ones. So he was getting to the free throw line. You feel what I'm saying? They couldn't do nothing with KD. And I feel like KD outshined them. And Kyrie, he was competing with Harden, like shooting threes in his face, like one-on-one matchup. You versus me ain't no, nah. Kyrie want the matchup. They setting the pick to make it an ISO situation for Kyrie Irving and James Harden. And Kyrie Irving was cooking James Harden, bro.
James Harden has never been a really known as a really good defender, right? He's been known as being pretty bad, but I think last night was the worst I've seen him play defense in quite some time, son. Like he didn't give no effort, bro. It almost looked like he didn't want to beat it. Like it almost looked like he didn't want to beat it, and I was like, this is bad. This is bad.
He was thinking about I'm glad we on a championship contending team. We don't need a player like that to take a loss and then go party. We don't need that on our team. I'm so
glad.
On
his J.R. Smith shit.
Yeah. Like I'm so glad that he's not a Brooklyn Nets. You know what I'm saying? And they said this about Kyrie Irving, and it's just a rumor, right? But they say Kyrie beat James Harden one-on-one almost every day in practice, and Kyrie was barely even in basketball shape. It demoralized Harden. Things reached the breaking point. Came when Kyrie called Harden washed after completely locking him up on the scrimmage, and his sister had to break up the two as tempers fled. After that, it was womp womp. But case in point is, I believe that. Now, these are rumors, and of course, you know, you could say, oh, well, it's not Woj didn't say it. Fine. One-on-one, from what I seen in that Philly game, yeah, Kyrie was definitely giving him work. Because before he was playing, remember, he was coming to practice. He was always practicing with us. As soon as he got to play to practice, he was practicing. And it showed last night.
Nah, I believe that one. That one I actually believe.
He was giving him work, bro. Like
I watched it last night. I believe that shit. You feel me? But turning, you know, even though y'all didn't need him, I still would have liked to see Ben Simmons on the court in that situation. You feel me? You're going to have to face it at some point, bro. It's better that you face it in the regular season than when you have to face it in the playoffs, right? You don't want to like sitting on the bench is one thing, right? They trying to get in the pregame. They tried to give him all this credit for being heroic to go and sit on the bench, and I'm like, no, that's different. You feel me? Granted, y'all didn't need him. Y'all washed him anyway, but he should have been on the court. He should have been on the court to face the music, bro. Like you're going to have to face it at some point. It's better for him to face it now than wait till y'all potentially meet him in the playoffs and then he get all traumatized and shit. You feel me? Like you add the pressure of the playoffs to the abuse that he gonna receive when he get on the court. Like they abused him on the bench, but when he hit the court, it's gonna be different. You feel me? Like it's gonna be more intense. But y'all didn't need him, and that's good to see. Y'all didn't need him, but he should have played. I'm really not digging that sore back you son.
I always said that Ben Simmons was a bonus in this situation because we don't know the lividity of him wanting to play. You know what I mean? And he been on the team. Well, Steph Curry played 11 games. Steph Curry and Drummond played 11 games. So I mean, he could have been playing 11 games ago. You know, and he hasn't suited up yet. So I look at him as a bonus when he finally decides to put on a Brooklyn Nets jersey. That'd be a good day. Up until then, we can't rely on him and implement him. I said the same thing about Kyrie. We can't implement him in the winning formula of the situation because same thing with Kyrie. We don't want to rely on you, and then when you're not there, we don't know what to do. This is why it was so significant for Cam Thomas to take those minutes and do well with those minutes, and he did. He hasn't been playing much since the injury when he hurt his back. excuse me, from that dirty play with Marcus Smart.
My bad,
But
bro.
he's definitely played great minutes, and we don't need KD to play hero ball. If we're gonna win this, it's gonna be with a supporting cast.
So you know what's funny about him needing to ramp up, right, and all this other stuff. Soon as Kyrie was out for a very long time. Soon as he was cleared to play, guess what he did? He played. There was no ramp up time.
Yeah.
Kyrie got on the court, and Kyrie got busy. You feel me? So this is the part that I really don't understand about the ramp up period, because Kyrie was out most of the season, and as soon as he got cleared to play, there wasn't no ramp up period. There was Kyrie on the court, and I feel like that should be the same thing for. There's no better workout than actually playing basketball, like actually being on the court and getting your lungs up that way. You feel me? Like, because we had the same issue. Mitchell Robinson missed all of last season.
Okay.
There wasn't no point where he was just practicing and not playing. When the season started and he was able to play, he played. They limited his minutes, but he played. And I feel like it's just too many excuses being made for Ben Simmons. You feel me? It's time for him to play. Y'all, like you said, when y'all played Boston, y'all could have used him against Tatum.
Hell yeah.
I honestly think that's a great matchup. Ben Simmons against Tatum.
Yeah. I don't think Tatum gets a 50 piece on Ben Simmons, and I think that's the significance of his role on any team, is to lock down the opposing team best player. I mean, him playing, listen, it's like they keep pushing it down the line. And okay, he missed the Philly game, but he could make the Knicks game. He never lost versus the Knicks. His record is 14-0. It'd be nice to have him on the court, but he's not going to be there. So if we beat the Knicks, it's going to be without Ben Simmons. And my thing is, mentally, you got to be strong out there, and that's what makes the best competitors. That's what makes Jordan, KD. This is, why I feel like a KD going at Embiid kind of took. He took the heart from Embiid, if you ask me. Like, Embiid is usually a charismatic type of guy, and I didn't see that in him the last game. I seen KD talking heavy in his face, like. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm the big dog. You know what I mean? You not big doggy.
I saw something different. I saw Embiid being frustrated with his teammates. Embiid was
specifically Harden.
I mean, all of them, because nobody showed up. Nobody showed up for the 76ers.
Okay, like me and you, we fan analysts, so we break the game down. And what you seen in the first quarter from the Philadelphia Sixers?
What I seen in the first quarter,
I seen a lot of clutter. There was no spacing in the paint.
I saw that they believed that Harden could dominate Drummond, because he usually does. He's averaging he's averaging career-wise against Drummond. He's averaging like 27 and 10 against Drummond, right?
We ain't allow that. We knew that would happen, but we
still had 27 and 12 though. Like he hit his career average against Drummond. You feel me? But that's not my point. I feel like they thought they had the matchup there, and they was going to that consistently. As the game progressed, you could see Embiid getting tight that nobody else was scoring. He would give Harden the ball, and Harden be just looking for a way to give him back the ball, or Harden, like, they'd be trying to swing the ball in Harden direction, and Harden pointing to the opposite way. And I'm like, what is going on with you, bro?
I knew they was going to lose that game. I knew it because, Kyrie just had that 50 piece. And I just felt like the momentum from the game before that, Kyrie and KD both was going to show up. And I feel like KD playing at this elite level as also because he feel like, Kyrie, I got Kyrie back. Like, that feeling like, I got my teammate back. The same way that Steph Curry is waiting for Klay, Steph Curry was waiting for Klay Thompson. It's that same feeling. Kyrie's back. He's actually back. And I think we seen that versus Philly. That was personal, man. Come on, man. Harden did his dirty. You're on a losing streak. And then, KD, they addressed the situation. KD and Kyrie, they say, I think KD quote was something of the nature of, he ain't never get a championship. He's 32, and he seen me injured, and Kyrie was there halftime. So he left because he felt like, this is the best way for him to, get one. And it was that much sweeter to beat the team that he left us for. You know what I'm saying? Like, used to be my homie, used to be my ice. Now I wanna. Yo, it's neighborhood friendly big fan Breezy. What's up, man?
Yeah, again, nobody on the 76ers aside from Embiid showed up, and like the young boy Maxey, he disappeared 4 points. Tobias Harris, and that's another person. His career wise, I'm kind of disappointed at him. Like, I remember when Tobias Harris used to play, and we used to play him when he was on Orlando. Bruh, like his upside was so, like, I was looking at him like, yo, he gonna be like the next Melo. Like, because his game was so similar to Melo, and he was so young, and he was giving buckets.
Yeah, I remember him, and I wanted him to come to the Brooklyn Nets. I remember him in the draft. That was a big, not a draft, that was a big off season. I remember that.
Yeah, he a New York native too, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll check.
I think he's from like Long Island or something like that. But yeah, he was disappointed too. Like nobody stepped up for. Yeah, he's from New York. Iceland. Yeah. I guess that's Long Island, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But no, it's not that Maxey disappeared, bro. It's Nick Claxton was in his face. Nick Claxton got some of the best perimeter defense, and that's what Nash has learned is to play him on a perimeter. You don't put Nick Claxton you don't let Nick Claxton guard Embiid in a one-on-one.
But he was though. He wasn't guarding him one-on-one, but he was guarding him a lot because your Drummond was.
He got in foul trouble. Drummond got in foul trouble, and he got hurt. So
it was a collective effort defensively for
James Johnson. James Johnson had 5 blocks. Like, James Johnson had 5 blocks, bro. Like, I don't know.
Because it reached a point where Embiid was forcing it because he knew everybody else was playing like shit. You feel me? Like, it was shots that I'm like, he normally probably wouldn't take this shot. He wouldn't normally try to force that, but James Harden is giving him nothing. Maxey's doing nothing. Tobias Harris tried a little bit, but I think he only had like 10 points or something like that.
Bro, we locked it down. I mean, all right, bro, look, let me explain, right? Their biggest quarter was the fourth quarter. They scored 30, right? They scored 23 in the first. We scored 40. We scored 32 in the second. They scored 28. Bro, so case in point is that mean we went up in half. We had the lead. And they never came back from that. You feel what I'm saying? The one we went up from, and that's what I was saying. When teams start well in the first quarter, most times they win. The stat is 68%. The teams that, you know what I mean? So the 2 quarters that you're supposed to do well in, we did well in. That's the first quarter and the third quarter for us, statistically win the game. In those 2 quarters combined, first and third, we scored 70 points. In those 2 quarters combined, the Philadelphia 76ers scored 42 points. So that's 70-42. We crushed them, bro. They got nothing for us. We was ready for the smoke. They weren't. That's a fact.
And that's literally what it comes down to. Like, I think Embiid did exactly what he was supposed to do in that game. You feel me? Like, he went out there. That's his game. He goes. He tries to draw foul. It's nothing. He didn't do nothing to y'all. He didn't do nothing to y'all that he doesn't do to everybody else. Remember, he shot like 28 free throws against the Knicks. You feel me? So that's exactly what his game is. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He had 27 and 12.
They had 30 free throws.
Where was everybody else? Where was everybody else? You feel me? And that's what it came. And it came down to y'all pushing the tempo against them, getting in transition, getting a lot of easy baskets. And I'm like, this is sad.
No, but to match the stat to what you said, we had 28 fast break points. That's amazing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of that is Dragic. Man, that guy can run the fast. He know how to run, man. And he know how to get down the basket and get to the lane, and he knows what he's doing. It's good to see us with Dragic. He said no more excuses, and he played like it. So shout out to Dragic. Again, 28 points, fast break points to 8 fast break points. So they only scored 8 fast break points. We were playing great defense. We had that's the obvious. We had a 36-point lead, and they never had the lead. We beat them wire to wire. We had 17 free throws and made 9. They had 30 and made 26. The refs can't win the game for you, bro. They might be able to, help you stay in the game, but win it, it's tough. They can, but Is you can't always win like that.
You somebody else had to step up that for the 76ers, and it didn't happen. You feel me? That's just what it boils down to. Like
they had 18 turnovers. I'm saying could be some of that to our defense.
Absolutely. I was in the passing lanes like crazy. You feel me?
Yeah,
I was in the passing lanes like crazy.
Yeah, 13 steals, 15 blocks.
So like I'm looking at it like this. Like, all right, James Harden didn't show up. The young boy Maxey didn't show up. Then I'm going back to Tobias Harris. You make $32 million a year, Playboy. You feel me? You come on. What's up? What's up?
And his numbers was kind of decent, but it was too little too late. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't doing much. It was
Marlon did make a good point in the comments about the refs actually took Philly out the game. Listen, it was quite a few plays that James Harden was fouled on going to the basket. They didn't call it. So everything that they was giving to Embiid as far as fouls, they was taking away from James Harden. You feel me?
That's a fact because James Harden only had 2 free throws.
Yeah, and I saw him go to the rack a few times. I'm like, I think that was a foul. You feel me? Like, and he wasn't getting the calls. But again, I've seen it happen to too many players that may have affected his game, and complaining to the refs. And I hate when players do it because you're not focused on the game, And yeah, everything they gave Embiid, they was taking it away from Harden. Son.
No, that's a valid. That's. And again, man, it's not that they didn't show up. Nick Clax really put the clamps. And Bruce Brown, he's been the one that's been playing the best since Harden left. He had 11 points, 5 for 9, 2 boards, a steal. He was a 16 on a plus minus, if that matters to you. You know what I'm saying? Seth Curry, he had 24 points, 2 assists, 1 board, shot 10 for 14. He was giving Maxey work. It looked like when they was in practice, Seth Curry was just I don't know, man. He was a bad man, you know what I'm saying? Like 5 steals. Seth Curry had 5 steals. He was 4 for 8 behind the arc. Like, what? He's scorching it down, 3-point lane, 500%. Like, he took Maxey. He said, Maxey, put on your book bag, put on your clothes. I'm going to take you to school. He took Maxey to school, and I just feel like Doc Rivers, Doc Rivers' wife should make Seth Curry an extra sweet potato pie after he just gave him that whooping. Yeah. Seth Curry should get more respect, man.
So, like, again, y'all did a good job playing the passing lanes, but like definitely like mid-second quarter and early third, you could kind of see like, I want to say more like early third. You could tell like it was like almost everybody on Philly thought the game was over because they was lackadaisical passing.
You seen they left. You know it's just you too. The Philly fans was leaving in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
I heard.
They was out of there.
I heard. They was booing Philly.
Wow.
They booed James Harden. You feel me? And yeah. The Philly fans, they booed James Harden.
Yeah, I'm saying boo this man.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, they booed him. He deserved it. He absolutely deserved it, bro.
And then he partied. You want that guy on your team for a champion?
Bro.
Have him. Maury did so much, like, and then it was like he did that and then asked for Paul Millsap, like, go ahead, have Millsap too.
Yo,
we absolutely won the trade. That's proof of last night, and I think we take this momentum to the next game, which is Sunday. I think
James
we beat
Harden
because of momentum.
James Harden had a J.R. Smith. You feel me? He had a J.R. Smith moment. You feel me? Like,
no, that's him. That's how he's for real. He's the new J.R. Smith, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact because J.R. used to be the same way. Play like the night before playoff game, he partying with Rihanna. You feel me?
Oh man.
Yo, when I saw the picture, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I understand those your guys, but you gotta listen, man. I can't show my face out in Philly tonight, man. Like, I just stunk up the joint. I gotta go home. Like, I gotta go take a picture in the gym real quick and put them shots.
Mm-hmm. Facts. I respect that. I'm gonna hear stories, and not to sway off topic about AI. Speaking of Kobe. AI, I think he was a rookie or something like that. Him and Kobe, they were somewhere, and Kobe was like, "Yo, I'm going home. I'm going to the gym." He said, I'm going to the hotel so I could go to the gym in the morning. And he didn't go to the club. Kobe didn't party. You know what I mean? Kobe really put in that work. And I think that at the end of the day, that's the difference between a player like KD and a player like Harden.
See,
KD is more of a competitor than Harden.
So,
and that's
just to coincide with what you're saying, right? Randall always talks so highly about his time with Kobe, but you could see a lot of that like mindset in the things that and it's man funny. I'm about to go on a little rant real quick. Hold on. So it's man funny. So let me finish what I was about to say. Julius Randle told a story about how his first game going back to Dallas. Kobe looked at him and was like, "Yo, what you doing?" He's like, "Yo, I'm about to go home. I'm gonna go see my family and stuff like that." He was like, "No, you're not. You coming to the gym with me."
Yeah.
And Kobe took him to the gym. So he says he does that in every city he goes to. Like as soon as he lands, he go to the gym and put up shots. And then you don't ever see Julius Randle in the club partying. Nowhere. Like
I've actually, babies, man.
I've actually heard people complain about not seeing Julius Randle out and about in New York City. You feel me? Like I'm like, bro, like he's focused on doing what he gotta do. You feel me? And I also want to compare the fact that whenever Kobe was losing, have you ever seen him happy? Have you ever seen him be nice to his teammates when they were losing?
Nah.
Kobe was cursing out his teammates when they were losing.
Nah, I'll be honest with you. I remember last year, y'all got the record going to the gym.
I'm about to land the plane. I'm about to land the plane, bro. You feel me? And Julius Randle got so much criticism for his attitude while they were losing. And I'm like, how are you mad at a guy that he's not happy that he's losing? It doesn't make sense to me, especially when you have expectations of winning. You came here to win. You didn't come here to have a regression season. You're not playing your best. The team is playing bad, and you're losing. And again, when have you ever seen Kobe when those years when the Lakers was bad, smile? Like, remember, like it was a game that he was injured, and the Lakers lost like mad games back to back. It was crazy. I forgot the number of games. And they won the game, and the young guys was they was jumping around and stuff. I think he was on like a late night show or something like that. And he was like, "Yo," he said, "if I was there, they wouldn't have did that shit."
Yeah, I seen that. It was hilarious because they were just they was on a losing streak and they was partying party.
So that's what I'm saying about. So that's what I'm saying about Julius Randle, bro. Like they were losing. You don't want your star player looking cherry when your team is struggling bad. It's not like we was losing 1 game, 2 games. We go on a 4-game win streak. We win. No, we were losing a lot of games. So yes, you're gonna have an attitude with everybody. That's what I want to see. I want to see that you have the competitive nature, that this is not right and you're not happy with it. You feel me?
Right now I do. That's my sentiments from KD to Simmons. I think Simmons can learn a lot from watching a player like KD mentally. Seeing how KD talk in the post-game interviews, like when we lost the game the other day, he was like, "Yo, everybody understands the pressure, what we have to do. We just have to go out there and do it." As in, he doesn't apply pressure from the players in a negative way. He explains how to handle the pressure, and that's one of the golden things about having somebody like KD who've been to the finals. You know what I'm saying? Won the championship. You know what I'm saying? It's the leadership. It's the pull them to the side and let me talk to you for a second. You know what I'm saying? And I like that, and I'm glad we kept Nick Clax because I could see the confidence in Nick Clax. I think Clax, his confidence stepped up when he dunked on LeBron. And, I'm just saying that to say that you could tell who the leaders are, the team. And, I always debated with you about RJ being the real leader and not Randall. And I still see that. And not to say that Randall isn't the leader, but I do think it's more of RJ team than Randall. And when you think about the Brooklyn Nets, the identity is clear. It's KD's team. But the way Kyrie's playing is 7-11, but it's just we don't have him home games. They say we might have him in April, but I'm just speaking to the leadership and who is on the team. And I see that in KD, and I think it'll rub off on Ben Simmons, hopefully. But we'll see. But yeah, man, leadership is important on teams. Dragic.
It's absolutely still Julius Randle's team for the time being. You heard, like, it's gonna be RJ soon enough, but as of right now, it's still Julius Randle's team, right? But yeah, as far in the meantime, in between time, call up, man. The number's scrolling on the bottom. We're definitely stopping this live at 7:30 because I got to get ready for the Knicks game. So
yeah, and shout to the comments too, man. We can read some of the comments today. Call up. They're going heavy in the comments. Mayhem Marlin says players were more passionate, play with heart. The game actually meant something other than collecting big checks. I agree with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you hear stories about how Jordan will always want to compete and find little intangibles about, you know what I mean? And again, that we grew up watching that high competition, players competing at a high level. So we kind of still want to see that. And when we see glimmers of it in certain players, like no disrespect, but Ja Morant, y'all probably gonna see a lot of that tonight. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough out. The Grizzlies are a tough out. They lead in a lot of this. They second and a strong second.
go ahead, my fault. Yeah.
Well, if you like something, hit that like button. I only see 3 likes. I mean, you gotta like people. But
there's way more people watching this than we got likes. I don't like that.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, passion makes a great player. The effort, the energy, the care, the love for the game. And I see that's what separates the great from the good. Shout out to KD. We got a leader on our team, him and Kyrie. But yeah, and
that's why I was happy to see the refs allow Embiid and KD to talk trash to each other. You feel me? Like that's part of the game that I grew up in. You feel me? It's part of the reason why, like, even though he was never a Knick, I like Gary Payton, I like Kevin Garnett because I like the fact that he used to get in people's face and talk heavy. You feel me? And talk heavy to them. You feel me? And as we all, like you said, Michael Jordan, a big trash talker. So was Reggie Miller. Like, I like that part of the game as well. But this game is so soft. You can't. I can't say KG, but you can't say too much to anybody, and the refs gonna hand out some text. You feel me? Like, that's a part of the game. That's a part of the game. What people don't tell you, Magic Johnson was a big trash talker. Larry Bird. You feel me? That's like, I wasn't really around to watch Larry Bird in his prime, but we got technology now, so I do go back and watch some of them old games. Bro, Larry Bird was an absolute killer, and he used to talk hella trash. You feel me? Like, this to coincide. You feel me? Like Rasheed, like facts, Marlon, Rasheed Wallace. That's the part of the game I like. The NBA is just so soft, son. It's so soft because that little dust up that Julius Randle had with Cam Johnson, that wouldn't have been an ejection back in the day, bro. That'd have been a double technical, could play on. You feel me? Like, but that's why I was happy to allow them, talk they smack, like getting each other face, like, that makes the game more exciting to know guys don't actually like each other. And I hate the fact that everybody's friends in the NBA. I hate that. You feel me? I want people to dislike each other. I want to know that guy doesn't like that guy, and he's gonna go out there and try to take his head off.
Well, we got that with KD and Harden. We got some of that. You know what I'm saying?
And Embiid, they don't like each other.
Yeah, like, I think right, Embiid, and I think they do bring a lot of competitiveness. Like, they compete at, you want to beat this team. You ain't losing this game. No, not this one. So I know they feel some type of way. I think we beat them in the series thus far. I think we up 2-1 or 3-1.
Yeah,
I don't think it's tied 2-2.
It's 2-1.
It's 2-1. Yeah. So yeah, man, that game mattered, and sometimes it mattered like that because you want to beat that team. Like, we want to beat the Knicks, but I don't think it's the same. Like, we don't dislike the Knicks, or do we? I know we want to beat y'all and run the city. You know what I'm saying?
I dislike the fans. You feel me? But I don't think the players dislike each other. You feel me?
Nah, see, but that's the thing. Like, I think because it's a city game, city games will always matter. You know, it did with the Yankees and the Mets. The Giants and the Jets, not so much, but definitely the Yankees and the Mets. But it's such a big disparity between the Yankees and the Mets. I think this is the most significant city rivalry in New York City. You know, the Brooklyn Nets versus the New York Knicks, man.
It would be like the Jets and Giants. They need to find a way to let them play more often. They play only like once every 2 years. Like that's not enough to build like a real rivalry. They need to play once every year. Like, because you know they get a certain amount of NFC games. They get a certain amount of. I mean AFC versus they only get a certain amount. So I feel like one of them other teams consistently miss playing the Giants. You feel me? Like you got bad other options. You gotta let the Jets and the Giants play every year. That's must see TV, bro. Like even though I don't care how bad the Jets are, like it's still must see TV. But yeah, I think it's more of the competitive nature that they both play in the same market, and you know that's what it is. I don't think that the players dislike each other. I just think we just play in the same market. But I don't like the fans though. You feel me?
I mean, you know what I do, man. It gets spicy. Even us, we get chippy. But I always add it with fans on Twitter, and it'd be funny because sometimes, like, you know, I was doing laundry and I seen the guy, you know, I was like, yo, you got that Brooklyn Nets hat? You a Brooklyn Nets fan? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, word, I got this podcast. I was like, yeah, we gonna go at the Knicks. He was like, I like the Knicks too. So I was like, so it's really fans like that where they like both teams, and you know, it's like, all right, cool, man. I even told him, yo, call up, man, call the show, you know, tune in. And he said he might, but hopefully he does. I told him I'll shout him out. So shout out to you, the guy in the laundromat with the Brooklyn Nets. That's a Nets and a Knicks fan. So, but you know, I just think I think this podcast and of the like make it interesting, make the game that much better. You know what I'm saying? I really look forward to the city game. I might even go if I can. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I always anticipate it. And this is a must-win situation for us. This is not just bragging right game for us. You know, I think that's the difference between the November 30th. That was definitely a tiebreaker game. That mattered to me a lot. And then I didn't want to tie with you guys. So when we went up 2, it mattered a lot. And this is not even a bragging right game. This is, we trying to get a certain spots or seating in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? This is for that.
Yeah, this game is important for both teams. Like I said, we only 3.5 out of the final playing spot, and everybody above us is playing really bad basketball right now. We need to win. You feel me? No matter who it's against, we need to win. And to win against y'all will make it even better. But we just need to win. You feel me? Like that's
but they right there behind us, the 9th seed and the 10th seed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Shout out to JJ Jackson for telling y'all Josh should be doing, man. Word. Shout out to my guy JJ Jackson, man.
Just leave that comment right there. Just leave that comment right there. At least get the algorithms or something. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, we appreciate the comments. All the comments, because y'all going crazy in the comments. But we need those likes too, man. They make these algorithms jump. You heard? Those likes are important. You feel me? But yeah, man. My honest opinion, I think both teams are gonna play really good basketball down the stretch. Honestly, I feel like both of them gonna start clicking this last stretch. You feel me? And I hope we both make the play in. You feel me? Like, because I think
we trying to make the play in. We trying to make the 6th seed, man.
This is my thing. I feel like the Cavs are playing really good basketball. I don't see them dropping. Like, you're going to need them to drop a lot of games for y'all to, because that's like saying you're going to win out. For you to catch them, you have to win out, and they have to drop 5 games, right? So
something like that, yeah.
So now it's just 5 games is like, it's not as close as it sounds. Neither is 3. You feel me?
No, it's definitely not close. I know that for a fact.
So it needs a lot needs to happen for y'all to catch the Cavs. Like I see y'all being the 7th seed. honestly, because I think got 2 games behind those guys.
Yeah, the Raptors, we're 1 game, but well, we played more games. We played 67 games. They played 65 games. So they 2 games ahead of us technically, but our record is 34 and 33, and theirs is 35 and 30.
Yeah.
Again,
And if the Cavs were playing, if the Cavs were playing good basketball, I'd be like, yeah, y'all got.
But then my thing is too, it's the Sixers, Bulls, and Celtics. They gotta continue to play well. You know, they're not off the hook yet.
The Celtics is playing really good basketball.
No, they are. The Celtics in their last 10 are 8-2. So yeah, they won their last 4. They are playing great basketball. The Bucks stayed in second. The Sixers, I'm gonna go with 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, and 5 is the Sixers in 3. They lost their last one to us. The Bulls won their last one. So that means and they 5 and 5 in their last 10. So the Bulls and the Sixers, they, I see them declining more than I see the Celtics and the Cavs declining, to be honest with you. I just don't see that mix with the 40 with 3, 4, and 5. I don't see the Sixers, Bulls, and Celtics 3, 4, and 5 going into the playoffs. It's hard for me to see that. I see something happening. You know what I'm saying? I see the Nets in that mix some type of way, and I'm looking forward to it, man. This has been entertaining basketball. Seeing your team win. The Nets has been through a lot this season. It's very refreshing just to see us win 2 games back to back. I think our biggest win streak this season was 5 games. But yeah, man, for the most part, again, Tulane is playing. We was 7-3 for our first 3 weeks, what made us 21-9, and then we, you know what I'm saying, we hit a bump in the road, and it took us a while to get around it. That bump is KD's injury, and when he got back, we still lost like the next 2, and then when we won, I feel like we finally coming from out of that, and we can now get the momentum to continue this streak, or begin this streak with the next game. And I would say that versus anybody, not just because it's the Knicks, because respectfully, y'all been, y'all not a pushover team. And every time we played y'all, we did compete. Y'all had us down bad actually in the Garden by 28. I wasn't surprised we came back and beat y'all, but I wasn't on FanDuel at halftime neither. You know what I'm saying? So you know how it goes. Yeah, we always compete, man. We definitely looking to compete on Sunday.
So it's like, we had a rough season too. You already know this. Like, we had a rough season, and again, to see us on a 3-game win streak, especially when everybody in that wears orange and blue has been crying for the young kids to play. To see us go on this win streak with the young kids getting heavy PT is refreshing. I'm happy on nights that Evan Fournier don't have it going. They're pulling his minutes. It's making me very happy. So
because we're not debating whether who's better than our Patty Mills and Fournier, right?
Bro, I don't even care at this point. You feel me? Like, I don't even care about that. I got more pressing issues to argue who's better between the 2 of them. Did Patty even play last night?
Yeah, he had a good game. He was like 4 from 6, and that's what happened good for us, is that he's playing less minutes. He's been playing a lot of minutes for us. You know what I'm saying? He was to his accurate stat was 10 points, 4 for 6, and 2 for 4 behind the arc, and 2 steals. So he's playing.
I honestly don't even remember seeing him on the court. That's how well everybody else is playing. You feel me? Like,
James Johnson played good too. Dragic.
He had a pretty decent game, and I don't even remember him being on the court. That says a lot. You feel me? But yeah, I like Evan. Evan is good, right? But again, Evan needs to play in the system where there's a legitimate point guard. You feel me? Like, that's what he's going to be good at. He's not going to be good at what the team does. Is pretty much we put the ball in the hands of our playmakers and we try to get an action going to the basket with them. It ain't no real like ball movement. You feel me? At least with the first unit where he plays. With the first unit, the ball movement ain't always that crisp because it's more of RJ Barrett. I'm gonna isolate. I'm gonna get the high screen and roll. I'm gonna try to get to the basket and I'm gonna kick out or finish at the rim. Same thing with Julius Randle. Same thing with Alec Burks. Like there's not a so like that's not conducive to the way that Evan Fournier plays. Evan plays more in a free flowing offense where guys are moving, cutting. He could move around the court, get open spaces. A lot more transition basketball where he hit that corner three. Like I watched him play in Orlando. Like, and that's how it was. He shot 50% from the corner three because a lot of those corner threes came from transition basketball. Like,
Okay.
like, and that's the easiest shot. Like, that's why you see guys on a fast break, they run straight to the corner, because that is one of the most effective shots as far as 3-point shooting. Like, so yeah, that's where the deficiency comes from. Evan is the fact that he needs to, you know.
He was doing all right in the 3-point lane, you know.
Oh, no, yeah. And another thing he got to start doing too is mixing up his offense. He gets super trash where he just start chucking up threes and not trying to hit people with pump fakes and go to the lane. Like sometimes he be taking the easy way out. He'll pump fake, jab step, and then step back and try to shoot the three instead of just trying to get all the way to the basket or get to that floater. He got a pretty decent floater. Like when he mixed up his offense and become a 3-level scorer, that's when you see him have those good games, even without a really good point guard. You feel me? It's all about decision making, and I feel like a lot of the times where this team was bad this year, it was because of poor decision making, poor shot selection. The reason why we're doing so good is because the shot selection is better, the decision making is better. You know, playing inside out versus outside in, and that's better. You know, like
and playing the young guys. And it depends on the pace of the team. And again, I just felt like y'all lost a lot of games because of the opposite. You know, y'all was outside inside instead of inside outside. And I did the contrast just to say that Patty Mills is playing exceptionally well. He got 200 3-pointers, and he's 4th in all-time 3-pointers for the Brooklyn Nets in a season. And D'Angelo holds the record at 234, the number one. And I think he's going to beat that. And I'm just saying that to say because Evan and Patty were off-season transactions, and Patty's doing way more than we expected him to do. You know what I'm saying? And now that Patty got some help with Seth Curry, because, you know, Patty was pretty much our sharpshooter up until Seth Curry come. Now it's Patty Mills and Seth Curry. You know what I'm saying? So a Patty Mills who used to play 30-plus minutes can now play 20 minutes and get 10 points, and we win the game. Before, we needed Patty Mills to take more than 6 shots to win the game. He took 6 shots last game, and we won it. So you can see the impact of a Seth Curry, of a Kyrie Irving, who played together on Duke in college. You know, I see the cohesiveness between Kyrie and Seth Curry. That backcourt is vicious. And, you know, I love to see it, man. I think they're going to win a championship. I think they won a championship together in Duke, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
I'm going to check, though. I'm glad they teammates on the Brooklyn Nets.
I still don't think y'all winning the championship this year, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's fine, you know what I'm saying? But I think we do, especially, and that's as a recent, and I'll be honest with you, I always wanted us to win, but when we went on that 11-game losing streak, I was kind of like, damn, are we? Because I felt like we didn't have an identity without KD, a winning identity without KD. And, you know, again, when you hear KD say, I could do this on my own, I just feel like the ship took a turn in the right direction after KD said that, and we lost that game. That was in the very next game. Kyrie, that was a statement game. More than anything, it was a statement game with a 50 piece. Not sure how many different sources, but, you know, that 50 piece definitely was a statement game, and that's why I'm confident that we can win the championship because of, I ain't gonna lie, Kyrie Irving. And I know he ain't gonna be there, but I think we don't lose the game when he is there. I think we're going to win it. When 7-11 is next to playing side by side, I don't see us losing after.
So this is why I'm respectfully disagree with that, right? When you talk about going to, it's the reason why they call it home court advantage, right? Because it's hard to win on other people's home court, especially in the playoffs, right? So now you almost putting your team at a disadvantage with Kyrie not being able to play at home. You feel me? Your team is not full strength. Then you're going to go against. Then you have to stack up against the disadvantage of being away. You like that. That's a thing. You're going to be away more than your home now, and especially in the first rounds. Like The first
We're a
couple
good road
rounds.
team. That's I don't right. I mean, I imagine in the playoff the intensity is different. I'm not gonna how you say negate the magnitude of that, but at the same time, we played well on the road, and
I,
I gotta be confident as a fan that we're gonna continue to play well on the road because of KD and then his experience and Dragic. He
for
got
you,
experience.
me personally, right? For y'all, this is just me thinking as a basketball fan. Y'all, for you to be right, y'all would have to win at least 2 games on the road, your first 2 series, for y'all to win, because y'all going to lose some games at home without Kyrie Irving. You feel me? Especially against the upper echelons of the Eastern Conference, right? So
No
you
see.
gotta y'all gonna lose some games at home. Y'all gotta win at least 2 games on the road with Kyrie to succeed. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
this is the rare this rare situation where we have the advantage on the road actually, where Kyrie and KD, in my opinion, they could play in that atmosphere. We got players that could play in those atmospheres with Patty Mills, Kyrie, KD, and I can't speak to the rookies; they haven't had that experience, but hopefully they can be led by that. And again, I don't feel like the odds are for us. Excuse me. Honestly, the odds look like they are against us. If anything, we changed those odds with those last 2 games, and we can continue to do that with a win streak. This is the most vital win streak we could go on. We want to go into the playoffs with a win streak. I think momentum and tempo is going to determine, how strong we are going forward. And right now, the odds are on our side, actually, because, we probably got more road games than home games. No, we actually only got Kyrie for 4 more games out of 15. So 11 of those games we're gonna have to try to win without Kyrie. So this is yeah, this
so
is gonna be huge. We're gonna see what's going on, man.
so you
We
and
will miss that
my,
one.
my I'm just trying to make a point here, right? Uh, about the home thing being an issue, right? When you talk about the upper echelons of the East, they're really good home teams. These teams, Miami is 23-8 at home.
Okay.
The Boston Celtics, they're not in the upper echelons yet, but they 23-11.
Okay.
Because the list ain't really. Chicago 24-10.
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee Bucks 24-12.
Okay.
Like, I'm saying this just to say that it's going to be difficult, because usually as far as I've been watching basketball, the top teams in each conference are usually really good home teams. You feel me? So yeah, that's a tall. Not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's improbable. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking to that, in the playoffs, we won 2 in Milwaukee, and we won in Boston. Yeah, so we did get some road wins, and it spoke to us winning it. You know what I'm saying? I think what we won like 2 games in Milwaukee. Yeah, like 2 games in Milwaukee. We didn't win 3. We won 2. But yeah, man, I think Cam Thomas getting the opportunity to take clutch shots was part of the formula for us going forward without Kyrie in these clutch situations.
Y'all didn't win any games in Milwaukee unless y'all dropped. I don't remember y'all drop. Did y'all drop a game at home against Milwaukee?
Yeah, and you talking about in the season last year?
I'm talking about in the playoffs.
We won the first 2. I think
they won. They next 2.
Yeah, no, we didn't win any. We won the first 2. We won all our home games, and we lost the last home game.
Yeah. This is my point.
We were going to win 1 game. It looked like we were, and then Kyrie got hurt. So it was a lot of I remember that. Yeah, but just the fact wise, yeah, we lost those games. I'm not gonna get into how we lost and all of that. But what I will
it's difficult to win in the playoffs on the road. That's why that's why teams fight so hard to get home court advantage, because they know, like, we need that extra home game if shit pop off. You feel me?
Yeah, I think we need to. We have the mentality to steal a game. We have to. We in our situation where we play with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? So we benefit of being the lower seed. Instead of being first, be 8th, or instead of being, second, be seventh? Like we benefit being sixth instead of third or fifth instead of fourth? I mean, it looks like it. You know what I'm saying? Because the more Kyrie is on the floor, okay, the 7-Eleven, more we got 7-Eleven, the better our odds. So yeah, I think that's more of what happened too. Is that we're gonna be from 5, 6, 7, 8 more than 1 through 4.
So, and you also got to realize, you know, you talk about how your team going to have the mentality that they have to steal a game. Team's going to look at y'all when you're at home like, yeah, we can steal some of these games. Like, we can steal some of these games because Kyrie's not on the floor. Listen, man, I'm not going to debate the greatness of KD and his playoff basketball. I'm not here to debate that. We all know he gets buckets. But what I'm saying is when it comes to playoff basketball, he's going to need Kyrie on the home court as well. And that's why this thing is going to be difficult for y'all to overcome that.
I want to see what's going on. You know, the mandate, they saying that we may have Kyrie back in April. But again, just seeing us pull together without Kyrie is going to be because of team defense. You know, if we're going to win without Kyrie, we're going to have to do it with Bruce Brown, Nick Clax, James Johnson, and all the other role players. They're going to have to play with the same effort and passion as a KD, you know what I'm saying? And I do see some of that in the players, and the energy is in the team where we really competing at a high level. And I like to see us compete at a high level. I like to see KD lead that charge. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it for real. I feel like, you know, Cam Thomas and the other rookies, they have the full magnitude of what's going on. They really ready to compete. And we can't rely on them solely, but at the same time, everybody being on the same page about what we're here to do is why I feel confident going in with this group instead of a group with Harden. You know, Harden, we lost this game, so what? Let's party. Yeah. You know, Dragic, his mentality is no more excuses. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I think the mindset changed in the locker room, and that's being shown on the basketball court. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of the game isn't just physical, it's mental. You know what I'm saying? How you perceive the game, the urgency. Do you play with urgency? Do you play with that effort? And I think, you know, outside of talent, again, in Kyrie Irving, we need to play with that same kind of intensity, you know, every game. And that will give us the edge. If teams underestimate us, we could go in and win games like that. You know, a lot of the players on our team have something to prove.
The sad part about your team, y'all don't get the benefit of being underestimated ever. You feel me? Like y'all don't get that benefit of people being like, oh yeah, we just gonna go in here and beat up on the Brooklyn Nets. Nah, you got KD, bro. Nobody's going into a game against the Nets underestimating y'all. Like y'all, they're going into games with their antennas up. Like, except for Philly, they didn't go in there with their antennas up at all.
Yo, crazy! Like we did. I didn't think it was. I thought it was gonna be closer than that. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Yeah, what's up with y'all today, man? Like,
some fans called it, man.
What's up with y'all today? No call-ins today. The numbers on the bottom of the screen, yo. Like, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Yeah, man. Y'all ain't trying to like the podcast. You feel me? We ain't getting good.
We got 5 likes, so it went up a little bit.
Y'all ain't trying to call in today. What's up? It might be too us, man. You know what? I'm gonna give y'all the benefit of the doubt. It might be a little too early for y'all, but yo, listen, man.
I think that's what it is. I'll put that on me. I found out about the Knicks game coming on late, and I could have, you know, popped up a little earlier. Like, yo, but I didn't, man. So I apologize.
They're gonna probably catch it on the rewatch, which is all love. But yeah, if you're in the building, man, if you got something you want to chat with us about, we got a half an hour, and then I'm.
But go ahead. I remember we was talking. You know, I heard I got I'm not invited to no Knicks and ish nothing. I mean, rightfully so. I understand why.
Nah, because you violated.
But I wasn't trying to violate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, like I said, man, you personally wise, we good. You feel me? But when it comes to this, we not good. You not invited.
Coach Stu, he was like, yo, you know, I seen Coach. I said, I see you trying to make peace with the Knicks fans. Marlon too. You know what I'm saying? Because Marlon was on the live with me, and then Ty, he had seen him on the live. He said, look at Marlon, man. He on the live with T-Time right now.
That's my guy, man. Shout out to
I said,
Marlon. You know, he's more of a Net fan, but he's in Texas, so he support everything New York, and I respect.
Yeah, shout out to Mayhem Marlon, man. He does Nets at night with me sometime, man. He's always in the building. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he be on the Knicks to Ish Spaces watching the games with us every game too. Shout out to Marlon, man.
Yeah, but no, I mentioned it to say that, you know, speak to how you said that Leon Rose is a better GM. Like, please, I want to hear this because I still feel like Sean Marks got the upper hand. We look what we got for Paul Millsap and James Harden.
Like, I mean, because you when you break down to what the actual trades were for, right? Like you got James Harden for Ben Simmons. Really, that's the marquee trade. Like no matter how you want to flip it, that's why the trade worked. That was the marquee trade. Like
the contracts work. That was the contract work. That was
the marquee trade, bro. Like you feel differently because you're seeing a different product on the court. But what the real fact of the matter, that was the marquee trade. James Harden, even though he stunk up the joint last night, he played. They was 5-0 when he played with Philly until last night. We yet to see Ben Simmons on the court. He's still looking real scary now when you match up everything else that they got. Like Paul Millsap for everything else. Yeah, huh?
JJ said he called up 2 times.
Oh, hold on, my fault. I know the what's up? Why am I joining? My fault, y'all. I should have checked it before I started live.
But yeah, man, I'm listening. But Sean Marks redeemed himself, man. So
listen, I'm not saying that was a horrible trade. I'm just saying that when you line up everything, like until we see Ben Simmons play.
Yeah.
Now the number work, Playboy. Make sure you doubt that right. You heard? When you line up until Ben Simmons play, we don't know who really won the trade.
Like, we won the trade with Seth Curry and Drummond. They output on our team on the Brooklyn Nets is better than Harden's output for the Sixers. It is. It just is.
Who run the city? Who this?
I already know the Knicks run the city. It's orange and blue.
JJ Jackson on the call up. What's good, Brody?
Good. Chilling. Just enjoying the show. I didn't even notice the time.
Yeah. You know, we got a game later, so you know I gotta get ready for the spaces. Then I gotta get ready for the post game. So I want to watch the game. So we trying to. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be doing like if ever you see a Net or a Nick game on,
we're gonna do it early.
You can expect us early. You feel me?
All right.
Yeah, but tell us who run the city, man, because I know sometimes you don't be having nothing to say. You just want to say who run the city.
Nah, the Knicks run the city.
Yeah,
don't take care of these black and white people again. They don't even know what they are. Black and white.
we go. Listen, man, I can't wait to see them on Sunday, man. It's an early game too.
What, like 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Matinee.
I might be there in the building. I'm trying to. Let's see what's up.
Matinee, start your day. You feel me? Yeah. But yeah,
I'm here, man. I'm gonna go back listening.
All right, Playboy.
All right, later, JJ. Yeah, you ready?
Marlon, try to call up again, Playboy. My fault.
Shout out to Marlon, man. Cause that's one Nick fan, Net fan right after, man.
You know what? That's mostly because I got the ringer off too. That's my fault. That's my fault, y'all. But yeah. So until we see that, you know, until we see that, we don't really know, right? Why I say Leon Rose is better is because I just look at the team going into the future. Like we're going to be really good going into the future. Like RJ Barrett is continuing to grow underneath Coach Tommy T, even though I'm still on the fire Coach Tommy T trade. If we win these next 2 games, I might have to reconsider me being on the fire Coach Tommy T train. If we win these next 2 games,
yeah.
Who this?
Yo, BK run the city all day.
Aye.
What's good, Marlon?
Chilling, man. It's gonna be a good game Sunday, bro. It's gonna be a good game Sunday. It could go either way. I'm gonna say it right now. It could go either way.
That's a fact.
All right. Yeah, see, he's a peacemaker, man.
Good so far, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. Both teams are winning right now, respectfully.
And it's dope to see.
Jay,
Like even though it's competition, it's good to see that basketball is trending in the right direction. Finally.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact because it was looking really ugly for us a few weeks ago.
Yeah. It was real sad for New York basketball for a few weeks, man.
Hell yeah.
The basketball gods was not shining on the New York City when it comes to basketball or the last few weeks.
Word.
So it's finally good to see good things happening. You feel me? And at the right
That's
time, when we have another game coming up too, it's not like one team is playing bad, one team is playing good. They're both playing good at the same time. Let's go. It's gonna be what matinee game. I'm excited. Get your popcorn ready. You feel me?
man.
I'm about to get my popcorn and my peanuts ready to watch this next game.
Yeah, yes, sir. We about to get this W tonight. You heard?
All right, let's see. All right, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate
Y'all be
you.
easy.
All right, for sure.
All right,
Yeah, shout out to Marlon, man.
It's so funny that his name is Mayhem Marlon, but he's the one that be causing all the peace between the Nets and the Knicks fans. I guess you don't want mayhem between the Nets and the Knicks and just everywhere else.
But I get it though, right? Because
you gotta give mayhem to all the other teams, but the next team is the Knicks. But I get it.
I get it though, because when my pops moved to South Carolina, he started rooting for all New York teams. He just recently stopped liking the Nets because y'all was talking crazy. Like
we wasn't. How was talking crazy?
Like he go like this. If the Knicks, he also go, if the Knicks ain't in the playoffs and the Nets is in the playoffs, I'm rooting for them because I'm going for everything New York. You feel me? But he's like, if they both in the same competition, of course I'm going with the Knicks. So I get where Marlon coming from, like liking both teams, because
listen, it's more of that than I thought. It's not. It's a rivalry because we make it list guys like me and guys like you. It's a rivalry, you know what I'm saying? Like, who your mans? Who brought this guy right here with the jersey, with the Knicks jersey? Who's this guy? But it's funny. I mean, you really meet people and they're really cool, man. Kev is funny. You know what I mean?
My guy. You already know Teams Knicks is he's in the building. If you watch it on YouTube, you see him, Nick Nation. We hear Knicks is. You see it. You feel me?
Man. We got some Net fans that's cool too, man. Shout out to the Nets at Night show. That's
I lived in Atlanta for a year. I kid you not, right? I lived in Atlanta for a year, and my teams has always been, the Knicks, the Yankees, the Giants. You feel me? And I don't really watch hockey, but the Rangers if I'm watching hockey, right? So, but when I moved to Atlanta, and it was just like when the Knicks wasn't good. Whatever was closest. It was whatever closest. So I was rooting for whatever was closest. Like if the Giants weren't good, whatever was closest. Like I remember that year that I was there, the Eagles were good. And they were going they was like on a possibility going to the championship or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the Eagles, but I was rooting for them when I was in Atlanta.
But look, this is what JJ says. This is why we can never be. Look. I say Kev is cool, right? And this is what JJ writes. Kev smokes breezy 24/7. Now, how am I supposed to take that? You know what I'm saying?
I don't care because I agree. I don't care.
Look. This is Cat. And then you got Nicovelli coming out with battle raps. I mean, you like I said, there's guys like Mayhem Marlon, right? He says in the comments, he says it's mayhem to everyone else, especially Boston and Philly, right? But right in our own backyard, right across the bridge, you got these guys talking like this. And then Marlon is my guy, right? But I'll be like, and the first time I remember, right, I try to, well, you can't sneak into spaces, Yeah, I was going to try. I was going to be funny and say this is not Big Fan Breezy, but obviously y'all wouldn't have seen it because I wouldn't have been able to get on because you would have seen it was me anyway. So I just didn't do it.
I would have straight up kicked you out. Like it would have been straight up kicked out. Straight up. I would have straight up kicked you out. I was waiting for you to come to Knicks and troll because I was going to block you. All that shit. It was about to be. It was about, you are not welcome.
Yeah. I
was like, ooh, I can't wait for him to pull up.
I was looking
out.
Trust me, man. I was looking. It's funny too because I was looking from a different account. You don't know which account was. I was going to hit the like button, but I said, nah, he might figure it's me. So I was looking just because I'm a troll like that. I'm like, maybe I could steal some content and use it against him on the show.
You're
pretty much consistent with what you said. So
you know why I'm gonna why it's not gonna work before, because every time I add somebody now, because we had some people getting wild on there saying some real, AO type stuff, just trying to troll in the corniest of ways, right? So now before I add people, I go to their page.
Yeah,
I gotta go to your page, and if you don't have no followers, if you don't got no kind of content on your page that makes sense, like there's pages that got followers and they got content on their page, but it's words that they like, you could tell like they just typed words, to show that they got tweets and put random pictures up with random type words. And I'm like, so now so it's not gonna work. More of the story is not gonna work, bro. It's not gonna work. You pull up.
No, you got to screen for guys like me, man. I told you I got past some of the best security, man. So
it's not gonna work, bro. Not gonna work. Word. Because now we did have a few times where people was a few people one night. It was like this little kid. He kept on making accounts and just keep on coming back to the spaces. And that's somebody was like, "Yo, you got a screen? Who you added?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm excited. It's bad people who added to the spaces. I'm just adding everybody." Like,
but I think I do what I'm supposed to if I'm not invited to Nick pages, man. I'm out here doing damage, man. Shout out to Knicks and Bruises, like. Because you did a show with them, I was trolling them, and I like to think that he's seen the comment, but he didn't say nothing, so I was like, I'll try again another day. I'll be talking spicy in the comments, man.
Tony, a cool dude. His platform, he ain't trying to be on that action. You feel me? Like, so he gonna ignore you. I mean, speaking of which, I got to get Tony on Nixon issue. I've been told him I was going to tell him to pull up, but I know he worked late, so yeah.
But I said all that to say I like the energy in the city. I like that the fans want to see us compete too. The fans are even going at it, and that speaks to you guys winning that first playoff game in Atlanta, asking for the Brooklyn Nets. The fans are not doing that for no reason. Excuse me, it's because as much as playoff games mean to a team, the Nets and the Knicks care about these city games. And again, why I love this podcast, because these city games really matter to the fans. And the first game on November 30th, that really counted because it was a tiebreaker. Then, the second game, and then the way we won that game, you understand just how we competed at top level, competed like the way we did. And this game, I just don't see the Knicks with the energy off this win streak. Well, the 3-game win streak. I don't know if y'all win tonight. I'm not saying y'all win tonight. I think y'all lose, but I digress. Y'all playing well right now, and it's personal. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all really want this. Y'all really want this, but we want it more, and it's not a bragging rights for us no more. We gotta win because we gotta be. You know what I mean? Trying to do something in the playoffs. You guys going to the play-in, you see yourself, you see your team going, you see the Knicks going far in the playoffs if y'all win the play-in, or what you see? What you think?
I got to see if we could keep this energy up consistently. You feel me? Because if we make the play-in, And that's cap, Barry. You feel me? But if
That's what I got, Barry.
yeah, and that's cap, Barry. But I gotta see if we can keep this energy up consistently, because if we do make the play in, more than likely we're gonna make the 10th seed. So we're probably going to end up meeting each other in the play-in, because I really believe that y'all going to make the 7th seed. I think the 7th seed play the 10th seed. So in the play-in, we're going to play it. You feel me? Like
the 7th and 8th seed play, and the 9th and 10th seed play. And then
no, because the 2 higher seeds get 2 chances to make the playoffs. You feel
really?
me? Oh no, I think the highest seed, my fault, the highest seed get 2 chances to make the playoff. So I think the 7th and 10th play each other, and the other 2.
I want to check that before we go.
The other 2. Yeah, the other 2, the 8th and the 9th seed play each other. Because if the 7th seed lose, they play the winner of the 8th and the 9th seed.
All right, so here you go. The team with the 9th highest winning percentage, each conference will host the team with the 10th highest winning percentage.
A word?
The 9-10 game. The loser of the 7-8 game will host the winner of the 9-10 game in a play-in game. And the winner of that game in each conference will earn the number 8 seed. Let's play that back. That said a lie. Sound a little confusing.
It's pretty much what I said, but I just had it mixed up with the
right. So the team with the 9th highest, the 9th and 10th team play. The loser out of the 7-8 game, right? 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Will host the winner of the 9 and 10.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And the winner of that game in each conference will earn the 8th seed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Win. I know that. We just gotta win.
So y'all play 8. If y'all win, y'all go directly to the playoffs. If y'all lose, y'all gotta play whoever wins the 9-10 game. You feel me? And then the winner of that game gets the 8th seed.
Still kind of confused.
But it's pretty simple. I need a graph to show you.
I feel like I think with me, I don't want that comfort zone of understanding the play. I don't want to make the play. I want to win. So, and again, I won't say the odds are against us, but we would definitely have to be clicking on all cylinders for us to get 6 or better. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we have to be perfect, but we definitely.
I think y'all got to be damn near close to perfect to make up a 5-game deficit for the 6th seed. I got to be damn near close to perfect. I feel like we got to be damn near close to perfect to make up a 3-game deficit, right? And the team ahead of us is really playing good. You feel me? So I still think that we can't be dropping games. You feel me? Like, but we also have the advantage of playing the teams that are ahead of us. We play Charlotte twice.
Right.
We play Charlotte twice. Right. So that's an advantage for us. I think we play the Wizards twice. That's an advantage for us. You know, that's taking away games from them. We could take away games from them without hoping them having to lose to somebody else. Right. So that's an advantage. Y'all don't have the same advantage against the Cavs. I think y'all played them once.
No, we don't play the Cavs until Friday, April 8th, only one time. That's a home game for us. So Kyrie won't be there. Or maybe he will. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
that's just my point when y'all try to make up ground. Like with us trying to make up ground, at least we play the teams that are ahead of us. Like y'all don't have too much games left with teams that y'all like in striking distance of.
Well, we got the Knicks. We got the Knicks, Atlanta, the Bucks, we got the Hornets, and we got the Heat and the Magic. So these are must wins for us. You know what I'm saying? When we look at the schedule,
rooting for the Nets is when y'all play Atlanta.
yeah, we do that on a Saturday, April, and that's an April game too. That's an away game. So that's gonna be tough. They're gonna be desperate trying to get in.
They right playing now, like trash, bro. Y'all gonna run through Atlanta. They playing like trash.
Nah, we feel like we had a target on our back for a long time. The Brooklyn Nets feel like a lot of teams came to compete at their best, like they showing their best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now it's like we ready for that. We ready for teams coming out willing to compete and be at their best versus us. Like we've stepped up. We've we've handled the pressure. In these last 2 games, to be specific, we've handled the pressure. But it was good to see, and I feel like us being 10 games out of first place is bittersweet. But us winning or being 5 through 8 going into playoffs actually gives us the advantage. So I'm confident. And Kev, trust me, man, you already know what it is, man. We debate, we do this all week. This is not just we always do this. So trust me, I'm never scared. Bone crusher voice. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my guy Kev, man. Team Nixon Ish in the building. My guy Fraz Traz and JJ Jackson. You know what I mean? Team Nixon Ish in the building. You already know. But yo, I don't got nothing else to say.
I wanted to close out with what we just spoke on. I wanted to conclude with that. I wanted to say, in these, I always do the week rundown. I feel like Sunday we win that game because it's not about bragging rights. It's vital for us to win for the playoffs, and we need to go on the streak. We won a couple of games. A couple of wins ain't a win streak. 3 games are better as a win streak. So, we got the momentum. I feel like we win that. Tuesday, we play Orlando. I feel like we win that. I won't go into specifics. Wednesday, it's going to be tough, but it's because it's a back-to-back. But it's a flight from Florida to New York. That's not so bad. Maybe 2 hours. We can win that game as well. I see us heating up. I don't see, and the next Friday, we play at 7:30, so we'll do the show early next Friday as well.
Yeah, we play at 7:30 as well.
Yeah, so that'll be dope. We'll be back at 5:30 next week. That's we cool with that, T-Time? We should be good with
absolutely that. All day in America.
So between now and next week, I see us.
Actually, not cool with that.
Nah, we'll talk.
I gotta go pick up my kid, man.
But yeah. I say we going 4-0 until next Friday. We win that game Friday.
We got 4 games until next Friday. Wait, 2, 4. Yeah, 4 games to next Friday. Tonight is one of them. I think we absolutely win this game. I think we win this game by double digits. You heard it here first. You heard. I think we absolutely win on Sunday. Yes, sir. All day in America. You feel me? And then, we play the Blazers and the Wizards Wednesday and Friday. Like those are easier games, but not to be slept on, because no game at this point we could sleep on. We need all these wins. Yeah, I see us going 4-0, man. I think we hit a little 7-game win streak.
Somebody not gonna go 4-0.
Somebody not. All right, I'm gonna take this last call and we out of here, man.
All right.
Who run the city? Who this? Okay, my fault.
Next one, the city.
Oh, that's Kev?
Yeah, it was goody.
Hey, what's good, Kev?
Okay. Yeah, what's
run the city.
Oh yeah. I just called to say that we smoked so many net packs that the other night this man kicked us off the live, man, because he was about to drop some $1 million worth of game on him, and he couldn't take it.
Please, man, I smoked y'all for pulling up.
He was so nervous.
Y'all wasn't invited to that party, man. I had to put y'all on the barbecue.
Yo, look, he was so nervous about what I was about to say. He wouldn't even let me get 2 words out. Yo, you never invited to anything Knicks, but we still allowed you to talk.
Sunday, I think we should do something Sunday after the game. Sunday.
Great show, fellas. Y'all be easy, man.
Yo, I'll see you on the spaces. All
right, later, Kev.
I got you, bro.
All right, later.
Later, one.
Yeah. So appreciate everybody for pulling up. If you didn't do it already, press like. You know what I mean, for your boys, no matter where you at, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, press like for your boys. You feel me? We see you next week. We see you next Friday, maybe Sunday.
Yeah.
And I holla. Word.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.
Man.